What's up, Album Book Club? Welcome to another interview. Today we're talking to Julia from Exit 18. They're an emo rock band out of Boston. Let's get started. We'll start off with our first question. Where did the name come from?
Thank you for this wonderful question. Can I make you try to guess first? Can we play that game together?
I'll take a guess. It's the highway exit nearest to
Hey!
you.
Yes, so off 128, there used to be an exit called Exit 18 that everybody in the band grew up right off of. So we were all just neighbors and brothers, and that brought us together. Um, there's there's a little bit more to it. Um, it's also just kind of a reference to the desire for escape and change. I guess when we first started playing together, obviously we were kids and really full of spitfire and venom, and we were frustrated about the constraints around ourselves, our identity, society, not being able to vote, etc. So, when we came of age, the meaning sort of morphed more into being disillusioned. Exit like being pushed out of a plane without a parachute, or getting like kicked out of the nurse's office with an irreversibly bleeding puncture wound. And they tell you like, good luck, kid.
Wow, that is really insightful. Most people usually do not have a very good story about where their name came from. They're like, yeah, some guy just suggested it and we said cool and rolled with it. So it's really nice to hear that there's a deeper meaning and story to it.
No, it's just a fucking highway, man.
Alrighty. So who are some of your all's biggest inspirations musically?
Musically, we all as individuals have like bring a little bit of different sort of tastes to the table, but we love emo music and grew up on rock and classic rock. But I mean, we love My Chemical Romance, we love Deftones, I love Portishead, I love Bjork, I love Tom Waits. We all love Bring Me the Horizon. We just went to a Spirit Box concert together as a band like 2 days ago, and that was like going to Mecca. It's like sort of a weird combination of things that inspire us, but that's sort of just kind of a little taste.
So, how is your guys' local music community?
Loving and beautiful and unbelievably fucking talented. A lot of our closest friends are musicians and play in bands, and I feel really, really lucky and grateful to be part of such a tight-knit and uplifting community of people.
All right. To kind of pivot just a little, you guys have just beautifully artistic album art. I was wondering kind of what the inspiration is and if they all go together, if there's a story there.
Thank you. Do you have one specifically in mind?
I really like the late night style single. I think that's just like very cabaret. And then also Stoic Solutions for Jealousy is just, that kind of scares me a little.
Yay. Okay. Let me honestly get a visual and we can go into it together. Both of the covers for Stoic Solutions and for Late Night was shot by a local photographer that we love, named Renee. Working with Renee, it's always really, really fun to have a more visually focused artist help realize what our music sounds like. But for the world of late night style, in the song, it is kind of about this like Black Widow character that is taking her power back by eating up men that had taken something from her in general. And so we just love this like sleazy cabaret, fancy but trashy vibe that, you know, when you've got the late night style, you're up to no good, but you look good doing it. And so this, you know, bloodthirsty seductress character is sort of taking her final bow in this photograph after, you know, getting her revenge, and the roses rain down, and it's like, oh, thank you for taking the life back out of, you know, the bodies that took it from you in the first place. That was always your blood. Welcome.
Hell yeah.
And Stoic Solutions, honestly, that was just a really fun still that came out of that photo shoot with all those ideas in mind. We we snuck into a theater. We were supposed to have permission, but then nobody showed up to let us in, so...
Been there, done that a couple times.
You know, what's a girl to do?
A little breaking and entering never killed anybody.
What is your favorite part of the songwriting process?
Thank you for asking. My favorite part of the songwriting process is the little silent sparkle of when you've captured an idea and it's nobody else's yet. It's when it's, you know, just you and a guitar or a piano and a few lines and a voice memo. And the potential is infinite, but you have captured a little lightning in a bottle. And it doesn't always stay that way, but through the songwriting process, I always find myself trying to be true to that initial explosion of joy, having realized something that needed to come out but didn't yet exist. And I think that in showing up for that excitement over and over again, it's the only way to make it through the gauntlet of the songwriting and song recording process. You know, I think any sane person hearing their voice over and over and over and over again would start to lose all objective perspective of what it actually is or sounds like, and you begin to hate it and lose sight of the joy that it was initially bringing the song to life. So definitely my favorite part is like pulling a song out of the ether and then being the vessel to which it gets to be realized. Recording it sucks.
Oh man, that is the most valid answer ever, because the amount of videos I have on my phone of just like recorded riffs that got turned into songs that got deleted because I was like, I hate this. But it's like, I still keep the video because it brings me so much happiness.
Yes. The work is then continuing to show up for that feeling, even when it doesn't feel like that anymore.
Mm-hmm. It takes us to our next question. It's one of our favorite questions here on the show. We love to ask if you have any funny live stories or mishaps that make you giggle or embarrassed.
Most of the horrible things that happen live happen in my dreams at night. I get a lot of nightmares, and everything that could go wrong does happen then, and which maybe prepares me. There's this one picture from a while ago from a show that I wore like a light up dress. There was like a light pack in the dress. And this isn't a great story, but there's this one still photograph of me singing, trying to adjust the light pack because it had like fallen into my underwear like a fucking diaper. And so I'm like fishing around like like up to my elbow, like in this like skirt pants situation, still having to sing the song. And someone, of course, captured this beautiful moment. Dylan, can you remember anything?
You know what? Our band's sense of humor between the five of us is one of the things that makes this whole process so enjoyable. I don't think we've ever said like a nice complimentary thing to each other. Basically the entire time we're just talking to each other about how bad we are as musicians, as writers, and never taking ourselves seriously at all. So I can't think of like any given moment, but every time we're with each other, we're just constantly making fun of each other, which I find to be cool, quite enjoyable.
So you guys have 3 EPs out right now. Is there any new music in the works? Any new EPs, new albums?
Yes! Yes! Absolutely. I'm so excited to put out the music that we've been storing like, pregnant little squirrels. We've got so many ideas and completed songs as well. And so I can't say much about it now. I won't. I'll keep my secrets.
Right. But a lot more music coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
This summer.
Alrighty, and I guess coming along with that question will come the next question, which is we like to see musicians when they come around us. So you have any touring plans?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'm in my email girl boss era, so yeah, you can catch us coming to different cities probably this fall.
All right. At the end of these interviews, we always like to ask the band for an album from you guys for us to review on our weekly podcast.
Ooh. I would say the thing that I've been listening to the most on repeat lately is last year, See You Space Cowboy has an album called Coup de Grace, and it is so dynamic and so inspiring, and it's just really fucking cool. It's so dramatic. I feel like it connected to me in ways that I was trying to express when we were recording and putting out Late Night Style. So there's just these moments of like, it's like simply camp. But then it just gets absolutely fucking brutal, and it's like mathy, but it's hooky. It's really fun.
All right, and before we let you go, we come to our favorite part of the show. This is our favorite time. This is the Plug Yo Shit segment where you get to talk about everything you got going on, coming up, and coming out.
All right. Plug our shit. Listen to Exit 18 on wherever you listen to music. We have shows coming up. Look us up on Instagram. Share the flyer if you want to see it. Our most recent EP is ready and willing to be consumed. Thank you.
I think that's it for the video. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much for having us.